welcome to Simply Amazing Life, and I am Kaushiki. And today we are talking about the most used appliance in the family, that is the refrigerator. That's this appliance that's being used by each and every member in the family, and even at times by your guests. There are so many incidences that when we buy groceries, we put it in the fridge, we forget it, either you open it, it's rotting, or it has expired. Now, not to have such a situation in the fridge, I'll be sharing my tips and tricks. So, I'll be sharing all the experience and knowledge that I've gained in years of managing the household with you guys and hope that it helps to you too. So, let me take you to my fridge and let's get started. This is a side by side refrigerator by hire, and its total capacity is 565 liter. So, towards my right side is the fridge section, and towards the left side is the freezer section. And this is how I have organized the fridge, and this is the overview. The fridge cabinet, the topmost shelf, I have added this Lazy Susan, and this is clear plastics that I have lined all my shelves with. Now, clear plastic ensures that you can see through the shelves easily and the light easily passes through. I keep my garlic and ginger right at the top shelf for a easy access. The milk pot and the dosa batter and the small little pot to collect everyday cream from the milk all stays in this shelf. Over here I also store some of my leftovers, and this particular shelf is absolutely dedicated to the fruits. These are some prepped fruit, washed, cleaned. Oranges, I keep it in the mesh bag, and grapes or strawberries, I keep it in the glass container. If something which is more than extra to be stored goes in here. This stays absolutely accessible for Anshuman as well as Ishi. This bread basket contains all the breads, dairy, jam, pickles that we use for sandwich or making anything to do with the breads. This is the fresh strawberry jam that I made, and the recipe for the same is available on Instagram and on YouTube. On this clear container, I store all the eggs. I have two of them. One is empty and it's in dishwasher. This is my favorite section, that is use up first. I labeled it with as a use up first because this helps me to keep me updated of things that I need to use in a day or two time. Like this grated beetroot and carrot, this mushrooms that I have meal prepped, the fresh cheese that I've made. All these things stays in the first use up category. This allows me to stop the wastage of food, all the things that get pushed behind there. This really allows me to stay on top of that. All those vegetables that cannot be cut or kept in a meal prepped condition stays in these mesh bags, like bell peppers, extra carrots. This cabinet is absolutely dedicated to all meal prepped vegetables like radish, peas, beans, coriander, cauliflower, broccoli. I chop them all and keep it in these glass containers. Now it really saves me a lot of time in the kitchen once things are meal prepped. Let me know in the description box if you want to see a detailed video of meal planning that I practice in my kitchen. I would love to share it with you. Now let's look at the fridge door. Now on the top shelf of the fridge door, I store all my canned goods. I know I can easily store them on the shelf, but it's just a little easy for me when I'm taking everything out. I also prepare some buttermilk, fresh yogurt, they are all portioned out. I directly set them in these containers, of course. And these squeezy bottle comes so handy to store mayo, ketchup, soya sauce, and you do not have to see all those ugly different looking bottles which take so much space. Now in the freezer section, the top shelf is again dedicated to things that can get spoiled or needs extra cooling like tea, coffee, pastas. So all those things I try and store near the vents. This is the overview. As I mentioned, the top shelf is specially dedicated for all the pastas and the noodles that we have. All the tea, coffee, everything stays in this two boxes and they are absolutely airtight. Now one shelf remains absolutely empty to store anything that needs to be frozen immediately once we get from the grocery store. And this is where I store all the open packets of nuts, seeds, bakery item, yeast, and it is right next to the air vents of the freezer section. This is my masala box and it stays absolutely at the down and not in front of the vents, so it does not create any smell issues in the freezer. The last shelf is for all the ice trays and anything that we want to freeze immediately. Now this is my stocks space where I store all my nuts, seeds and spices, and I have separated them in two different drawers. So the top drawer is for the nuts and seeds and the bottom drawer is for spices. I have stored everything in a vertical file folder manner, if you can say so. So it's really easy to find the spices without getting lost in the drawer, which usually happens. So I mindfully make sure that they all stay in vertical position. In this cabinet also, all the unopened packets of nuts, seeds, everything they store here. And like this, it's very easy for me to track when I'm ordering for fresh pantry. All that I have to do is just go through the stock. Now this is the view, and these handle baskets are so easy to take out and store. Labeling is your best friend. The more you label, the easier it is for you to keep your hands free and no one keeps on asking you where the things are. So label as much as possible. Let's look at the freezer door. Now on the top shelf I store chia seeds and yeast, which is of no use for Anshuman actually. He doesn't has any interest in that. But almonds, cashews, raisins and berries are stored in arm's length of their reach and they are always looking for it. Jaggery also stays at the bottom shelf, so in case Ishi needs it, she can always reach for it. I also store some rose petals for my biryanis or sometime rose tea as well.
I hope you enjoyed this tour of the refrigerator and you might have seeked some inspiration ideas. In case you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. I'll leave my Instagram handle. It is Simply Amazing Life by Kaushiki. And thank you so much for watching.